Hope everyone's having a great. Hope everyone had a great week this week. Just wanted to go on live to converse with everyone, see how everybody doing there, and just to give another update on the channel as well as personal life. So, first thing I want to do is thank all of my subscribers. I currently have 1,368 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And we'll continue to keep evolving and uploading more and more content throughout the year. And it's because of you. That's where I'm at today. So I do have a lot of more watch hours I got to get completed to be monetized. But I got my subscriber count out of the way, so I'm gonna continue to work towards getting my watch time. Um, Life update. So if you're new to my channel, I was interested in changing careers. I wanted to go into the federal government. So for the last few months, I've been applying to different roles, interviewing, and etc. I had a few offers that I received over the last few months, but they were not where I wanted to be located in within the U.S. So most of those jobs were offered on the East Coast, but my goal was to relocate to the West Coast or maintain Mountain Standard Time. So I've been in Colorado a little over a year and a half, and I got the job. So I actually got my job offer last week with the FAA, so the Federal Aviation Administration, as an analyst. My start date is December the 2nd, so I'm gonna be packing up uh, probably within the next week or two from Colorado, and I'll be making my way towards Washington State. Um, Also, if you know me as a person, you know long term, my my goal is to move to California. So because I'm a 49er fan, and I'm a season ticket holder for the Niners, so me being able to get as close as I can to California is also a win-win for me. So now being able to say I'm in Washington State, which is also a Delta hub, I can get to same day games, home games, and be back at the crib right after the game, probably within a 2 hour span. Plus, my job will be located only about 4 miles away from the Seattle airport. So if I can find an apartment within 10 to 15 miles of the airport, that would be great. Jose, thanks for joining my live. I'm doing great. Niners don't have a game this week, so I'm just chilling out. Just letting everyone know that I got the job. So I got the federal government job that I wanted. It's going to be in Washington State with the federal administration, I mean Federal Aviation Administration, so the FAA, as an analyst. So thank everyone who's been praying for me, who actually kept encouraging me to keep moving forward. I really appreciate everyone for your thoughts and your prayers. Um, I've been in Colorado about a year and a half, and it's been great. Got a chance to do a lot of the hikes that I missed from 2023 this year, and I'm more excited about the hikes I'm about to do in Washington State. I've been to Olympic last year, but it's been on my list to go to Mount Rainier, North Cascades, and I'll be able to get both of those done. And I'm also going to be closer to Oregon, and Oregon and New Mexico are the only West Coast states I haven't gone to yet. So, being that close to Oregon, I'll now be able to go drop down to Oregon and knock out those other hikes. So, being a part of the Pacific Northwest is amazing. And if I like it there in Washington State, I may not move to Cali at some point. It may just be the place where I need to be. I'm only a couple states away from California, so I'm just gonna take it step by step. All right, I got a samurai. Thanks for joining my live. I don't know what WSG means, but I'm assuming that's what's good. But yeah, I'm doing great. Definitely doing great. Just giving everybody a life update and a channel update. So I'm definitely again just excited about life as a whole. I did say when I started this channel in May about 2024 not being the best year of my life, but I spoke into existence. I said that it may not start out the way I wanted it, but it's going to end the way I need it to be. And I'm very happy for it. So, hi, Brian. Thanks for joining my live. I'm just going over just a life update as a whole. So, I got the job. I'm going to be relocating from Colorado to Washington State, probably within the next week and a half or so. I probably will leave probably around Veterans Day, which I am a veteran as well. So shout out to all the veterans out that's out there as a whole. I'm excited about this next chapter in my life. Being a military veteran, I served in the army for 8 years. Um, yep, I am a 49er fan. Um, always been a 49er fan since I was born, so that's probably something that's never going to change. That's my team, and I always liked them. So me being able to not only like my team but be able to go to the home games and road games throughout the season is something that I've also enjoyed. So I looking forward to our next game as well. Yeah, I don't like that we lost. I don't like that we lost to the Chiefs either. I felt like both of those Super Bowls we lost to them, we could have won. But I just think Kyle Shanahan got to get out of his. It's got to get out of his own way. We have too many weapons to be losing to a team like the Chiefs. I mean, they have a good defense, a good quarterback, and a lot of good weapons, but we got way more weapons than they have, and I feel like we should have won that game. But it is what it is. We gotta keep forward. Okay, I've been to Cleveland a few times in my life. We played the Cleveland Browns last year. I went to that game. Dog Pound is definitely a historic stadium with the lake behind the stadium. It's a nice scenic area. I actually had a good time there. I hate that we lost at the end. Our field goal kicker missed the kick, but it definitely was a good stadium. I just found it funny that every time we had the ball, it rained, and then when Cleveland got the ball, it didn't rain. So, but that was probably that's probably one of the most heartbreaking games that I've seen that we lost. The to have the lead, and then Purdy gets us down the field, and we missed the field goal. I wish Kyle Shanahan had ran a few more plays to get the kicker closer because he missed a kick in the first half, and how the weather conditions were. The closer you can get to the closer you can get for a field goal, the better. Plus, we had a rookie kicker at that time, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes there. Okay, Giants. Um, I have a few family members that like the Giants. Haven't been to that stadium yet. My goal, I believe it's, I believe I got 12 more stadiums that I have not gone to yet. I get to, depending on how my work schedule is going to be when I start. Miami was a stadium that I haven't gone to yet, and Baltimore, not Baltimore. I haven't gone to Baltimore Stadium yet either. But we got Buffalo, Miami on the road, and Tampa. I haven't gone to any of those stadiums, so I'm hoping to go to at least two of those games, if possible. I've been to Lambeau already, so when we played them in the playoffs a couple years ago, where Robert Gold hit the game-winning field goal. Um, but we'll see. My new job starts on December the 2nd, so Buffalo game is probably not going to be viable because that would mean I would have to fly from Washington State to Buffalo and then fly back. And I think that's a Sunday night game as well. I don't want to be late on my first day with the federal government, so I'm probably gonna miss the Buffalo game. But I'm hoping to possibly get to the Miami game and the Tampa game. Lambeau is a possibility. And then, of course, the home games, I'll be there because I'm a season ticket holder, so it shouldn't be too bad. All right, Brandon, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining my live. Hope to see you soon. So the games I have not been, the stadiums I have not been to yet. So I haven't been to this. I haven't been to New Orleans. So hope if we make the Super Bowl, maybe um, I can get theirs for that game. So I haven't been to the. I haven't been. To, I've been to New Orleans, but not the stadium. So I haven't been to the Saints Stadium, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Bucks. I haven't been to the Chiefs Stadium yet. Let's see here. What else have I been to yet? I haven't been to the Patriots Stadium yet. I haven't been to the Giants and the Jets are together, so I haven't been to that stadium yet. Um, the Ravens Stadium, and where else? I think I'm missing two more stadiums that I haven't gone to yet. If it comes to me, I have to. Matter of fact, let me pull up the NFL teams. I'll just Google it right quick so I can see exactly what stadiums I haven't gone to yet, and I'll read them back over. So let's see here. NFL teams. All right, so just looking at just all the NFL teams as a whole. So I haven't been to the Bills, I haven't been to the Dolphins, the Patriots, or the Jets. I haven't been to well, the Giants are with the Jets, so I won't count them. Um, the Ravens, the Bengals, the Texans, the Colts, the Saints, the Bucks, the Chiefs. So 11. So I haven't been to 11 stadiums. Who do I think the best overall team in history is? I'm biased. It's gonna be the Niners, regardless of who it is. All right, Jake the Patriot. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, 49ers. I believe we had one of the best teams ever. But I know a lot of people are gonna probably say the '85 Bears. Some people are gonna say the Steelers. Some people may say the Patriots. But I'm gonna just be biased on my side of the house. Since I told you the stadiums I haven't gone to, I'll tell you the stadiums that I have been to. I've been to Cowboys stadiums, the Eagles, the Commanders, the Browns, the Steelers, the Bears, the Lions, the Packers, the Vikings, the Jags, the Titans, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Broncos, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, and the Rams. So I've been to, like I said, all but 11 stadiums so far. But with my new job starting, there's a good chance that I will miss the Buffalo game. I wanted to kill two birds with one stone because I wanted to go to Niagara Falls because I haven't been there yet, and I also want to go to that stadium. So I don't think I'm gonna get to Buffalo this year with my new job starting on December 2nd. What was my favorite game? Oh man, A- again I'm gonna be biased here, but it definitely was a Niner game. One of the best games that I've seen so far in person was that Packers game in the playoffs. Like we were struggling all game, and it was in the snow. It was like negative 20 degrees there, and we got the block punt. Hafanga scored the touchdown, and then we stopped Aaron Rodgers on his drive. We got the ball back, and Robert Gold hit the field goal. That's probably one of the best games I've ever seen in person. There. Um, but favorite game, man, I like the Super Bowl win that we had against the Broncos. Man, that was a 55-10 blowout. There. The other couple of Super Bowl runs against the Bengals were also good games. Favorite player of all time, Jerry Rice, for football. I believe as a Niner, the Niners. I believe we got the best quarterback of all time. We got the best wide receiver of all time. We have possibly one of the best coaches with uh man 49er coaches. It's been great over the last few years, whether it's been George Seifert, or our other coach that we had, Ronnie Lott in the defense was great. I mean, we got a lot of people that we've had good coaches for. I actually did get. I got a couple cards from the Niners. I got a couple Joe Montana cards. I got a Rice card, and a few other cards there. So it's. I feel like we 49er franchise have a lot of great notable players, that which makes us a good franchise as a whole. I know the one thing that we did have that most teams didn't have was a 5-0 record going into that Super Bowl against the Ravens. So when we lost to the Ravens, it sucked because I felt like we've been to 5 Super Bowls, the only undefeated team to go to multiple ones. So losing to the Ravens and losing the last two to the Chiefs uh, kind of sucked. I believe we could have won each of those three. And then just as a kid and a teenager, seeing us lose to the Packers and to the Cowboys in the playoffs sucks as a whole. To be honest with you, as a Niner, I believe we could have won at least about 14 championships already. I mean, with the teams that we've had, we definitely should have won way more than what we have. Uh, but I I take it that I would like I would like to see us win one. I've seen us win championships as a kid, but I would like to see one as an adult. And I believe we had three opportunities so far, and we squandered the Super Bowl against the Ravens and against the Chiefs twice. But if it was ever a time we should have won, Super Bowl should have been last year. I think we were very, very arrogant going into the Super Bowl. The Chiefs didn't have the best team going into that Super Bowl there. We just thought that we was going to come in and just blow them out and just take over, and we didn't. I think I think if we had just went in and executed the plan, um, we could have won it. We had a lot of things that happened though. I mean, Dre Greenlaw did tear his Achilles. That was a blow. Our right our right tackle let Clark go through when Jennings would have had a touchdown. Um, Chiefs offensive line held us a lot, like they held every team. But it still boils down to just Kyle just got to get out of his own head. Kyle is a great mind, has a great offensive mind, but I think when the pressure gets to him, he doesn't execute as best. Nice. I've always wanted to go to Candlestick. I wish I financially I was able to go. As a kid, I mean, of course, me living in South Carolina, there was no way for me to get there. And I to yeah, we owned the '80s for sure. We should have owned the '90s. I mean, to be honest, I mean, we kept losing to the Cowboys or the Packers in the NFC Championship game. Those Cowboys teams were okay, but they wasn't better than us. I mean, I'm just being honest. I just think if Montana didn't get knocked out in 1990, we would have been the first team to three-peat. We would have won 88, 89, and 90, but the Giants knocked them out the game. But we've been to more conference championship games than anybody. No one has been to more conference championship games than the Niners. And what that means is if we've been to the most championship conference games, that means we've lost the most. So you got to look at that. I mean, it's we've had so many teams that should have got a Super Bowl. I mean, it's just it's a lot of what ifs. Like I said, if Montana didn't get knocked in '90 against the Giants, I say we win. We go to the Super Bowl and we win. We should have beat the Cowboys a couple times, whether it was in '92 or '93. They went on to win the Super Bowl those years. We lost to far the year that they won the Super Bowl. Um, and then we had a few good teams in the 2000s as well. I think Steve Young should have won more than one. So it's yeah, I'm definitely not a Cowboy fan. There. Favorite cars. I have a whole bunch of cars I still got at my mom's house at home. I just collected them as a kid. I collected basketball cards as a kid and football cards as a kid. I want to say um, at some of the football games I went to, the 49 games last year, they gave out some football cards. So I did get a couple football cards from the stadium. I got a Bosa, a Kittle, and a couple more football cards that I got as a season ticket holder last year. They gave us also at the Cleveland Browns game last year. They're using the Niners section. They gave everyone that came down a pendant, like a pin, a 49ers pin. That was pretty dope. And then as a season ticket holder, we normally get a gift every year. So I got a 49er duffel bag cooler. It looked like a gym bag, but it's actually a cooler. They gave us a couple 49er pins, like a captain's pin. Like the seat that people got on their jerseys. I actually got a captain's pin that I could put on my hat and a couple other pins that they gave. And throughout the year at the stadium, you get either you can get 49er rally towels or T-shirts. It just depends on what they decide to give away. Sometimes I got a couple of sweater hats that they gave away at a game, and etc. So it's definitely it's been a lifelong dream to be to want to be a season ticket holder, and I went out on a limb like 4 years ago and actually sent the email, and I got a call that next Friday, and I've been a season ticket holder ever since. So next year will be my fourth year as a season ticket holder. Up until the Rams game, I hadn't missed a game in like 3.5 years outside of the Super Bowl. But being that I knew I was going to be moving at some point this year, I didn't want to throw away money that could be used for the move. So that's why I didn't go to the Rams game. I didn't go to the Minnesota game, and I didn't go to the Cardinals game or the Patriots game because I wanted to just save some money up for it. Now that I know that am moving to Washington State because I didn't know exactly where I was going to be moving to. Um, I don't have to pay for anything when I get to the game, so all they got to do is fly. If I fly to the game, my ticket's already paid for. I'm in the champion section, so all the food and drinks are free in the United Club there. So, and usually what I've been doing since the playoffs last year, when I fly into the game, instead of staying at the Embassy Suites, that the Hilton Hotel that I usually stay in, I now get a hotel by the airport. That way they can pick me up from the airport and bring me to the hotel. And when it's time for me to fly out, they'll take me back to the hotel. So I've been doing that since the playoffs. I just recently did it last week for the game. I actually stayed in Cali for a whole week, and I had a whole bunch of hotel points with Hilton, Marriott, and ISG. So I ended up being able to stay at those hotels for the whole week. I think I paid for just 3 nights, but the other 5 nights were free. But about to check out of my hotel. I will jump back on live in a few minutes. Thank you to everyone who joined my live. Um, if I can set up in a few minutes, I'll come back on. I don't live in California, in San Francisco. I've been in Colorado for the last year and a half. But for the last 20 years, with the jobs I've had, I've relocated every year and a half or 2 years. I don't like staying at one place at one time. I want to just visit as many states as I could. I've been in 42 states so far, so I just was moving around. So I got 8 more states left to hit. I will hit them at some point, but um, we'll see. But again, everyone, thank you for joining my live. I will jump back on in a few minutes. I'm gonna go check out, and then maybe an hour or two I'll come back on. God bless everyone. Take care. I'll see you all in a few.